Hello, this is Pat Walker, Mission Winners, doing a video overview overcap of the ETFs, the major index ETFs. You can say, why do we do this? Here's a fact for you, not an opinion. A major portion of a stock price's movement is related to the industry sector that it's in. So what do? We look at the ETFs, the major industry sector ETFs, and see what's strong, because money will flow into stocks in that sector, our industry group. Here we go. And it also helps us avoid areas. You look at biotechnology, there's nothing really great here. You know, it's way below the 200-day. Just push through the 50-day. Not a lot of leadership in this. You're not going to see this set up in any book say, this is a leader, this is what's going. Okay, you're not. Cloud computing, really lagging also. Picking up a little bit, but really lagging. Electric vehicles, picking up some, but nothing really powerful. Dow Jones Internet, really lagging. IBD 50, starting to pick up a little bit, but overall lagging. Gold miners, kind of hanging in there, not too bad. Gold, boy, look at the move that made. Yes, we were in it. And we sold some into there. Why? That's a parabolic bar. We sold into strength. Buys right there. It worked. Worked great. Biotech, another biotech ETF. It's picking up a little bit, but it's really lagging. Nothing special. Online retail, lagging really bad. Nothing really special there. North American technology, it's picking up some, but not a lot of power. Dow Jones Medicine, picking up some, still below the 200-day. Picking up some, not a lot of power. Mid-cap at the 200-day, not a lot of power. Home builders, lagging. S&P growth, picking up a little bit. Airlines, lagging. Regional banking, it's okay, but nothing really special. I mean, biotech, you're not going to see this in any chart book saying, this is what you look for. This is the breakout. This is really good. Nope, you're not going to see it. Mid-cap lagging. Oil services has been fairly strong, and we've been involved in energy. Online retail, lagging. Infrastructure, picking up just a little bit, something to take note of. You could click on PAVE and find out what are the leading stocks in that group. Cloud computing, really lagging. Steel's hanging in there, and it has held in there. Something to take a look into what they own. Semiconductors, lagging. Solar, it's below the moving averages, not a lot of power. Small cap, really lagging. Uranium, picking up a little bit, but it's uranium. It's very narrow, okay? Not a lot of power really going on with that. Oil, you see the great move that oil made? Yes, very much involved with a lot of energy stocks, okay? Aerospace and defense, see this hard lift here? We were involved in Lockheed Martin and Northrop, okay, and made good money. It's starting to lift up again. Perhaps it'll break out of that top, something to consider. Biotechnology, lagging, nothing special there. Home builders, lagging, nothing special there. Materials, picking up a little bit, but not real leadership here, okay? Energy, I told you we were involved with energy. Here's why. And it worked great. Financials, picking up just a little bit, okay? Industrials, yeah, just pushing through the 200-day. Technology, picking up some, but not a lot of power. Consumer staples, lagging. Healthcare's picked up some. There you go. You can click on XLV and find out what are the top 10 holdings. Consumer discretionary is lagging. Metals and mining's been strong. Have we been involved in metals and mining stocks? Yes, we have. There you go. And it told us to. It told us to. That's simple. Oil and gas. You see that breakout right there? Yeah, we were involved, heavily involved in energy stocks. And it told us to. Retail is lagging. Software, it's still lagging. The bottom line is this. The market's lifted up, but you have to be extremely selective in what stocks are moving. I can't stress that enough. Focus on the leaders. It will really, really help you. Narrow down your search. All right? I can't stress that enough. But overall, you can see, yeah, the market's picking up, but is there any really clearly defined, profound leadership in the ETFs? Yeah, technology a little bit. That kind of narrows it. And you know where else you can see it? The MAXLIST. Double bottom, strict double bottom. Most people don't know this. A strict double bottom pattern, the right W, the right part of the W is lower than the left. Most people don't know it. A strict double bottom banner looks like that. But don't get too wired tight with all that. If it's close, that's good enough, and it lifted off. All right? It was below the 200-day. It's picking up a little bit. Something to look at. It's a MAXLIST stock. It's a big name. All these stocks, folks, just think this. Nobody does what Apple does as good as Apple does it. That's just it. I'm not pounding the table to buy it now, but these are franchise companies. You'll understand what I'm saying when you look at the next one. Amazon. Nobody does what Amazon does as good as Amazon does it. Bottom line, higher low setup. This low, higher than this low. This was what we were looking for. It's demonstrating strength, and look what it does. And yes, VIPs bought it. It was on the key list, and that's a good run. That's a good start. We've sold some into strength. We'll watch it and see what happens. No matter what happens, good money will be made. Alibaba, this is Chinese related. It lifted on news. It's pretty ragged looking, really nothing special. It's still below the falling 50-day. Same thing's true. BIDU rallied up. These large gaps, be careful with that. It's easy to look back and say, oh yeah, I guess I should have bought this. Yeah, how about that gap right there? Yeah, look, it's lifting off. Yeah, we'll buy that. And then you get this. So be careful with them still. BIDU and Baba. Facebook, way down, way below, or Meta we call it now, way below the falling 50-day. Not a lot of leadership here. Be careful with this, okay? Compare and contrast. Look at this, okay, and then look at this. There's far more power coming into this, all right? Things to take into consideration. It's still way below the falling 50-day. I'll show you again. Way below the falling 50-day. Way below the 200-day. And here's Amazon. Oh, look at that, pushing through the 50-day. Not that far below the 200-day. The rules and tactics work. Google had a higher low and started to push off today, okay? This low, a little bit higher than this low, not by much. Lifted through here, pushed through the 50-day today. The 200-day looms overhead. Volume was just a little bit above average, so you'll have to watch that. There's some overhead resistance in that, so be aware of it. Goldman Sachs, there's nothing great here. Just leave it alone. MasterCard, below the 200-day and 50-day, nothing special. It's lifted a little bit, but there's better places to put money. Microsoft had a higher low, and it's starting to pick up. What looms overhead? The 200-day right here. Push through the 50-day on a pickup in volume, touching the 200-day. Volume pickup. Maybe it'll start to push through the 200-day. That would be a plus. Something to see. Netflix, way below the 50-day, way below the 200-day. Really nothing special here, okay? Not much to do with this. You can say, yeah, it's a has-been stock. Well, I wanted to point this out to you. See this long base? There were buys here, right in here, and then buys more here. Right in here and right in here. That's good money. Sells up. I'm going to drag this over. Sells here and here, and our last sale was there. Do the math right here. You're buying, we'll say you buy it for $560. That sucker ran all the way up. It hit a high of 700. $560 to $700. Now, we didn't sell at the top, but when it was falling, we were selling some up here around $680. $560 to $680, do the math. It works. That's what we look for. Clean and simple, vanilla, nothing special. You can say, was it clean and simple? Nice long cup and a handle, and it lifts through, volume pickup, and we're buying. That's it. That's what you look for. Simplicity. Next stock on the list is Nvidia. I like to show this slowly and carefully. Higher low setup. This low is higher than this low. It lifts through and it pushes up with a pickup in volume. You're buying here and here, and you get that lift. And where did it stop? Resistance at the old highs right here. But that is a good move. And yes, we're still in it here. Yes, locked a little profit in. Resistance here at that line. We'll see if it pushes through. I like the volume pickup. That's what we look for. It's simplicity. Everybody can say, oh, look, this low is higher than this low. Oh, look, when it lifted off, there was a volume pickup. Oh, gee, it lifted up the next day on heavier volume too. Wow, I guess that's good stuff to buy. Yes, simple. Tesla, higher low. This low is higher than this low. Wow. Oh, look, and it starts to pick up, and then you get an igniting bar the next day, and yeah, it's working. Looks great. Sold some into strength. Everything's perfect. It's working. We'll see what happens. Volume pickup. This is what I like. It pierced the 50-day by just a little bit, and volume came into it. So there might be more in this. We've sold a little bit. Buys in here. We're in good shape. Twitter. This is way down here. I mean, you can see it, but I mean, the 200 days here, I mean, wow, it's tough. So you can say, well, Pat, now wait, you're saying that this isn't so good. Well, watch this. This was pushing through the 200-day, right? Amazon, 200 days below it, but it was a clearly defined higher low. Factor that into your thought processes, okay? There we go. And then look at this. Way below the 200-day, like a light year below it. We stack the deck in our favor. Last stock on the list is Visa. And it's lifting a little bit. This is hanging overhead. But you can see technology. Technology is working.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.